So this week, in our vocabulary assignment, we had a few words that we had to look up and do creative illustrations for. I started off with design, and I just looked up design on the internet, and I went ahead and wrote out different meanings on a map, basically. So my interpretation of design is basically a plan for your artwork, and I kind of see that as a map. You start somewhere, you go somewhere else. Sometimes you get to the middle, and then you just go somewhere else. So at the end, X marks the spot, but that's the conclusion of the whole art. Part of the vocabulary was design must be comprehended. Design projects aim to solve problem or provide information. So like I said, that's how I interpreted design to be. Value was the next word that I used, and value deals with the lightness or darkness of a color. So basically, I just showed value of a color through my red pencil, and made the left side darker than the right side. I think this shows the point of color, and or the point of value, and I think this one was a really good one. The next one is color, and color, as I looked it up, the definition was color is the element of art that is produced when light striking an object is reflected back to the eye. So this is what popped into my head at the time. I saw eyes, and then I pictured the color wheel. I think this is the easiest way for me to think and to creatively demonstrate color. The next one is pattern. Pattern is an underlying structure that organizes surfaces or structures in a consistent and regular manner. This was a hand-drawn pattern. I think it's easier to do pattern with let's say a ruler to make the lines even, and then continually make a pattern that way. I gave it a shot, but this is what I pictured in my head when I saw a pattern. The next one is texture. Texture was probably my favorite one to do, but texture is the perceived surface quality of a work of art. And with texture, what I did was I grabbed some acrylic or water paint. I think it was just water paint, but I grabbed the napkin or a paper towel that had designs on it, and just kind of smeared it around, and then impressed that into my page. I think it gave it a real texture. It almost has a feel to it. So I did like the result of this little experiment on texture. The next one is the visual components of art, of color, form, or elements of art, excuse me, the visual components of color, form, line, shape, space, texture, and value. So elements of art, I saw line, shape, space, form, value, color, texture. I actually looked this one up on the internet, and for some reason this one popped out, and I think the colors with the components of art really symbolize the whole meaning of elements of art. So I really like this one. The next one is unity in art. An artwork creates a sense of harmony and wholeness by using similar elements with the composition and placing them in a way that brings them all together. So what I did on this one was again, the inspiration was was from the internet, but so I drew. I did this in watercolor. I did a background, and then I tried to create unity by using the same color and the same lines throughout the whole page. My last one was rhythm. So rhythm is like pattern, the same elements, i.e. Shape, line, one repeated. However, with rhythm, there are slight variations in the patterns. Rhythm is easily perceived, but complex and subtle. So, what I tried with this one was to create a flow to the watercolor. So it was just basically a swirl and swirl and swirl and swirl, and I think it did create that flow. Thank you. That's it for vocabulary this week. Thank you.